So Matt here again, just talking about the Scrapeboard List Manager tab. The List Manager tab brings into play a lot of things. Some pretty straightforward things such as removing duplicate entries. It's just going to remove all the duplicate lines from files. A split list lets you split text files into the number of lines that you specify. Convert lists lets you convert things because Scrapebox supports ANSI, UTF-8, and Unicode file formats. And so if you need to convert them around because you're working with files between Scrapeboard and other programs, you can do that. You can trim URLs to root and then merge multiple lists into one big list. The status box just shows you the status as it going along the way. So if you're splitting the list, it's going to tell you as each file it creates and tell you when it's done and that sort of thing. Given that Scrapeboard, and I think I said Scrapebox a minute ago, sorry. Scrapeboard supports or works with memory mapped files rather than working with content after you create it. When, say, you're in the Profiles tab and you create profiles, it automatically stores those profiles in that account file. It doesn't give you an option under the Profiles tab to export them or save them. That all happens on your account file because lots of information along the way gets stored in your actual account file. And then I can go in here and actually export all the URLs from my account file. I can export all the profile URLs, which is the URLs of the profiles that I was able to create. I can export all the URLs which allow creation of profiles, so it kept track of which ones allows you to create profiles, so I can export just those and I can go back and create profiles with just the ones that are going to let me, which takes a lot less time. I can export all URLs which allow to create posts, so same thing there. If I was able to post on them with the forum poster, then I can export them and then go back and make more posts on those same forums. Export forum profile URLs as RSS XML feed. So if I wanted to take all of my forum profile URLs and then export them, I could make an XML RSS feed with that, and then I could upload that or submit that to RSS aggregators, and then they're likely to get crawled by Google, which is then likely to crawl my forum profiles, which if I were going through making forum profiles and I wasn't making any posts on the forum, it'd probably be a good idea to place something out there so that they can get indexed. Otherwise, they may not all necessarily get indexed, but don't go crazy either. You can use some judgment there. And then displaying, editing, and merging account files is pretty straightforward. It does what it says. And so it basically lets you work with the actual account file. So if we just choose this and then we load up an account file, I can see all the URLs, my generic, usernames that I just made up, my random letters and numbers, passwords I made up, platforms, URLs, profiles, but all the rest. Anyways, the date that I worked with it, last profile, anyways, and that sort of thing. I can merge the accounts. I can create a new account file. I can add entries here. I can remove selected entries. I can remove inactive accounts. It kind of just lets you work with the actual account file. This is your editor for the account file, if you will, that's used in Scrapeboard there. So pretty straightforward. The list manager tab, most things are pretty self-explanatory, and a little bit of playing with it and you'll have the hang of that. And that wraps up the list manager.